Shalom, Royal Family. The class you are about to hear is taught by the Honorable Yahweh, Beit Nun Sophie Yahweh, many years ago. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Visit us at www.yahweh144000.com. Also, Royal Family, you can enroll in classes designed for the Godhead at www.universityofyahweh.org. Enjoy.
Now I'm going to speak to you on how you be rich forever and live forever. It's called by practicing ethical behavior. And that's Deuteronomy chapter 8. And we're going to cover one word. Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 11. Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 11. See, after you come into possession of riches, that's the beginning. There's any number of ways you can come into a possession of riches. But how to preserve those riches, how to keep them, gets to be a sensitive issue. And since you're unable to get this on your own, then you need to learn who can give it to you and who can teach you how to keep it. Let's read verse 11. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 11. Beware that thou forget not the Lord thy God, Yahweh, in not keeping his commandments and his judgments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
Now this sounds to me like a warning. Be aware. Look up beware for me. Beware. If you've never known Yahweh, that's proof you have forgotten Yahweh. If you're not aware of Yahweh and have forgotten Yahweh, then you are not keeping his statutes, judgments, commandments, and laws. And they are important. Now, if you don't believe they're important, let's go to Joshua 1:8 for a minute. That's the very next book, I believe. After Deuteronomy? Okay. Chapter 1, verse 8. Let's see if the judgments and the statutes and the book of the law is important, and if you keep them, what they'll do for you. Read.
This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success.
All right, now let's go back to Deuteronomy 8, verse 11. See, this book that you're reading from and that you just heard us read from is the book of the law. And you just read and heard that if you meditate in this book and do all that is written in this book, then you will be able to make your way prosperous. And you, even you, will be able to enjoy good success. And after you get good success and get prosperity, you're warned here in Deuteronomy 8, verse 11, be aware now. Be careful that you forget not the Lord your God, Yahweh. Now give me beware.
Beware. To be on guard against.
To be on guard against forgetting. That says something to me. That says to me that the mind has a normal proclivity toward forgetting. That's what it says to me. Yeah, what? Jeremiah 17:9. Yeah, let's take a look at that for a second. Jeremiah 17:9. See, the mind is a fella you got to watch out for. You can't trust your mind. Most of us want to trust our mind, and we end up in trouble. Jeremiah 17:9. Read.
The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it?
So now that tells me don't trust your mind. Let's go back to Deuteronomy 8:11. No wonder we are warned to be on guard against trusting our mind. It's telling us here that the only thing we can trust in is the written word of Yahweh, wherein he has expressed his law, judgments, commandments, statutes. And he put it in a book because the words in the book won't change. They'll be there for you, constantly. And you're warned, don't listen to your mind. Don't trust your mind to keep the law. Be aware. Be on guard against forgetting Yahweh. Why? Because he's the source of your prosperity. He is the source of your good success. And if you forget Yahweh, you'll lose what you gain. Isn't it marvelous to have me come and show you how to not only get wealth, but keep it? How many understand clearly I'm showing you how to never lose your wealth? The way you never lose your wealth is what? Never forget Yahweh. Be on guard against your mind taking you off on tangents. Be careful. Don't let your mind take you off on the love of material things. See, the material object is not what made you wealthy. It's keeping the laws of Yahweh, remembering Yahweh, meditating in the laws of Yahweh. That is what brings you. He is the one that brings you the wealth. That is his blessing. Proof is each of us here make less money than most of you sitting here. We make less money than you. So why don't you have more than we have? See? You don't have. And each of you here didn't have without Yahweh what you have with Yahweh. In any form. And you know, if you turn your back on Yahweh, you instantly, the moment you turn your back and walk away from Yahweh, you walk away from all your wealth. What? And every one of us know that. And the world is marveling at our prosperity. And the world marvels at our good success. And I'm saying to you and the world, I am here to give you prosperity and good success. And I'm showing you how you're going to be able to keep it and preserve it by being aware. Don't trust your deceitful mind. It's deceitful above everything. It is, your mind is desperately wicked. I said, your mind is desperately wicked and deceitful above all things. Your mind will tell you all kind of crazy stuff. That's why if you meditate in the law of Yahweh day and night, you don't have to worry about your mind because, see, you occupied. Your mind can't lead you off because, see, you occupied doing what Yahweh said do. And I guarantee you, if you don't keep your mind occupied on Yahweh, your mind will have you tricked off into all kind of crazy thoughts. Yeah, your mind will have you going against what's good for you. Your old deceitful mind will make you look at something that's not good, and you'll sit there and evaluate it and know it's not good and still do it. What? Now, if that's not deceitful, I mean, you allow yourself to be deceived. You turn around and deceive your own self. I think I'll fool myself this morning. I think I'll eat one of my mind-deceiving pills today. Be aware. You have to admit tonight, I'm teaching you the whole truth. And are my teachings tonight good for you? Are they smart teachings? If you obey them, will you classify yourself as being smart? You're hearing wisdom that you don't hear anywhere else. This is smart wisdom. Be aware, baby. Give me some more be aware. Beware. Beware.
Beware. Be cautious of.
Uh-oh, Lord, the word is caution. See, that's another word you have to look up.
Caution. Care to avoid danger or trouble. A warning. Admonishment. Precaution. Caution. Prudent forethoughts to minimize risks. One that astonishes or commands attention. Caution. Care taken to avoid danger or mistakes. Caution. Alertness and prudence in a hazardous situation. Caution. Prudence. Circumspection. Discretion. Vigilance. Heed. Caution. Mindfulness. Guardedness. Attentiveness. Calculation. Caution.
That means you have to consider beforehand, before you act, before you make a move, you consider the good and the bad of that move, the consequences. What will happen if I do this? What will happen if I do not do this? That's what beware means. It's if I stop meditating in the law day and night, what will happen to me? What will my mind, if I give it free time, what will my mind do? Well, I'm warning you what it will do. It will deceive you. It is deceitful above all things. So if you give your mind idle time, the devil takes over. You will oppose your own good. You will oppose, your mind will oppose your own salvation. And you'll sit there and observe your mind telling you to do something that you know better than to do. But I guarantee you, when you fall victim, it's because you're not meditating in the law of Yahweh day and night. You are not keeping your mind stayed on Yahweh. Huh? You're not being aware. See, you have to be aware. You exercise caution. Beware.
Beware. To be wary or careful.
To be careful about. This Bible is telling me in verse 11, be careful to not forget Yahweh. Be cautious. Use caution when it comes to Yahweh and his laws and statutes, judgments, and commandments. Don't ever get so busy that you neglect the laws of Yahweh. Say, I don't have time to study. I'm not going to set no time aside to meditate in the laws of Yahweh. I love Yahweh. I love Yahweh. I know I love Yahweh. I know I'll never leave Yahweh. I know I'll always be in Yahweh. And the next thing you know, when you're talking to people, you're never talking about the law. You talk to people and maybe you're not wicked, but see, your conversation still is not about the law. Ever. You don't ever talk about the law. You want to talk about everything but the law. See, and then all of a sudden, when it comes to the law, it gets to be painful to you. It gets to be uncomfortable to you. You get to be like all other folk that you start off talking about. Then you're sitting around talking about somebody. Yeah, you'll find somebody that's got a fault, and other folk, you'll get somebody else to agree with you that they got a fault, and then you'll have a little session around you talking about somebody else's fault. Yes, you will. But you don't sit around with these same sisters laughing and talking about the law. I'm watching you. And you guilty, I'm talking straight to you. Don't ask me tonight, later tomorrow, am I talking about you tonight? Yes! I'm talking about you. I should hear you talking about the law sometime, the statutes sometime, the commandments sometime, the judgments sometime. I shouldn't just hear laughter from you and 5 or 6 of your little buddies all the time about everything but the law. Never. It's not so much now about are you the victim of somebody else talking about you. It's are you guilty of never talking about the law of Yahweh. Search yourself. If you are, I'm warning you. Beware. You're not going to be able to skate into heaven on my coattails. You're going to have the law in your inward parts. Don't try to lose yourself in accounting. See, you can account for Yahweh all you want to, but you better hold yourself accountable to the law. You might keep my records better than anybody ever kept a record in their life. But if that's all you do is keep records, you'll end up in hell because your mind is not in the law. And when you leave your little account and you get so tired, you don't discuss the law when you wake up. You don't discuss the law all day because you're in accounting. Then when you get through with that, you're so tired, you're ready to go to bed. And where's Yahweh's law in your mind? You don't have no time that you ever sit down and read the law. Yes, I'm talking about. Beware. When you're studying the law, I can ask you certain questions and I'll get innate wisdom from you. Because, see, your answers are based on the law. Yeah. Some of y'all hear me. All of you may not hear me, but see, some of y'all hear me. But if you never study the law, when I ask you certain questions, you'll give me answers from your head. And I can tell the difference between a head answer and a spiritual answer. And some people think because they can quote a scripture that they are spiritual. See, quoting the scripture isn't going to help you if you don't live it. You have to be able to let what you quote live inside you. This is a pure spiritual class. Oh, you need it. How do I know you need it? Because Yahweh's talking to you. Through me. Yahweh is definitely talking to you, addressing your spiritual vacuum. And it will cause you to say, you love the law, but you don't want to go along with the law. Something's missing in your life. How can you tell me you love the law of Yahweh, but you want to pick the laws you love? Some of the laws make you feel uncomfortable, so you don't want to go along with those. You love the law as long as it's what you can go along with. But that part that makes you feel uncomfortable, you don't want to go with that one, so you get amnesia. Beware, talking about ethics. What good is it for me to give you the world and you don't remember Yahweh? Now, you are free to choose to be in the law, meditate in the law, or not. It's always your free choice. That's the beauty of Yahweh. If he made you like a bee or an ant, you wouldn't have an excuse. You see, they don't have any, and they don't make any. They do just what they programmed to do. But see, you carry the burden of choice. You carry the burden of freedom. Freedom is being like Yahweh. You have the choice to be just like Yahweh. Yahweh is the mighty sovereign. And he chooses good over evil. He makes both of them. See, Yahweh created evil. Don't think evil created itself. The devil didn't create evil. Yahweh created evil. Just to show you he can triumph over it. He created good, he created evil. Then he showed you he's the master of evil. No matter how powerful evil is, he mastered it. That's what makes him the sovereign, the majestic one. Hey, now see, Yahweh is the creator of nothing. Just so he can demonstrate his power to create something out of nothing. That makes him the sovereign over nothing. Yahweh creates the seen and the unseen. He's the master of both. Now, he created evil and he created good. He exercises choice. Though he shows you examples of evil in his creation, he shows you darkness in his creation. Then he creates light to conquer darkness. Darkness still exists when light is present. But see, light is dominating the darkness. If you don't believe darkness is here, cut out the lights. If we cut off all the lights, you'll discover darkness is here. But darkness has to submit to light. If darkness is not here, where did it go? When we cut the lights on, where did darkness go? And if darkness is gone because we cut the lights on, how does it get back so fast when we cut it off? If it went somewhere. It must be here. The problem is you can't see darkness in the midst of light because light is dominant. Light rules over darkness. So what kind of mind do you need? Yahweh created both, dark and light. But you see, the light dominates dark. But it takes power to exercise light over darkness. It requires power. In order for darkness to prevail, you have to cut the power to the light. The only way darkness can rule is you cut the power source of light off. See, so light requires power. Light is an exercise of power. In me is life. In me is light. In me is power. My power rules over the darkness in your mind. But see, I am power. All power. I am all powerful. I exhibit light from within myself. Conquer darkness outside myself. Beware, lest you forget Yahweh. Calling Yahweh's name does not mean you know Yahweh. You have to study Yahweh. Don't tell me, don't come to me with any excuses that you don't pick up the book and study the words of Yahweh and study his laws. See, don't get that busy. Why do I need to tell you that? You ought to know that. And since you have that deceitful mind telling you something else, see, you don't forget to eat, you don't forget to fix yourself some food, you don't forget to sleep. There's a lot of things you don't forget. You don't forget to drink stuff. Drink all kinds of stuff. You don't forget. What? But why is it picking up the Bible is a problem? Why are you so busy? You have picked it up in your life. Why are you getting so busy now that you don't have time to pick it up? Is your deceitful mind at work? Do you rather sleep than read the book? Well, see, I don't read the Bible in the morning because I'm rushing to get to the temple for prayer. Why don't you get up a little earlier then? You're getting up early enough to run here. Why don't you get up early enough to pick up the book? Don't give me excuses. I won't let you make any. I'll jump on excuses. Oh, glory! You just as well shout. Why don't you shout? Y'all shout when I talk about people and all kinds of. Why don't y'all shout now? I'm on your case. You're on my case. Well, why don't you shout because I'm on your case? Don't you love instruction? See, if you knew the law, you'd rejoice. Because the law says that the children of Yahweh love correction. So why aren't you up, jumping? When somebody else is corrected, you be jumping around. I'm not going to stand up and clap. You ought to stand up and clap. Because I'm not talking about your body standing up. I'm talking about your mind. I told you what I'm teaching tonight is allegorical. I'm talking about you sitting down and standing up in your mind. Sometimes you try to fool me by standing up physically. I'm on your case every kind of way you can look at it. Beware!